If I just work hard enough, I can fix this marriage. That belief nearly destroyed one woman's relationship with herself. I heard variations of that almost every day in my clinical practice. And in case this is you, I want to tell you about a woman who did everything right and why that became the problem. Let's start with the lie. Here it is. The belief that the fate of the relationship rests solely on you. And I get it. It makes sense. You're the one who's in tune with what your household needs. You're the one who cares, who takes action, who sees what needs fixing. But that instinct, that constant doing, that's also what traps so many women in what I call relationship survival mode. Let me tell you about Jenny, an intelligent, kind, and truly lovely human. Honestly, she popped into my Zoom screen and I thought, oh, lovely energy. She came to me and said, what else can I do? Now, let me tell you, Jenny was not lazy or avoidant. In fact, she was the opposite. She was doing everything. Here's her list. She reaches out to her distant husband a few times a day. She found him a therapist. She found them a couples therapist. She went to therapy herself. She reads all the self-help books, journals every day, and she is endlessly understanding when he's had a hard day. And here's the worst one. On top of all that, she beats herself up for not being the model wife. Jenny thought if she just kept trying, if she just gave more effort, more empathy, more grace, something would finally shift. But it didn't. Sound familiar? This is where it gets tricky, because she wasn't wrong for wanting to make things better. But one person working while the other stays disengaged creates an impossible dynamic. And I want to be really clear here. I don't villainize husbands. I've spent decades working with them too, and there's always another side. I get that. But what I've seen over and over again is that relationships break down when both stop being curious about each other. And no matter how much one person does, you cannot fix something alone that requires two people to build, to hold up, and to strengthen. So let's go back to Jenny. When we stripped away all the doing, when she finally paused, took a breath, and got really real, that wasn't easy for her, but she did it. What we found underneath was grief. I told her, and I remember saying it gently and directly. Jenny, I think much of this effort is about avoiding the grief of what this marriage no longer is. And maybe you think that if you stop trying, you will have failed. And that truth hit her hard. She cried for a long time, but she also said it was the first time she felt honest with herself in years. If you're watching this and your chest feels a little tight right now, you might be living this lie too. That constant push, that voice saying, if I just try harder. That's not love, that's fear. Fear of losing the relationship, yes, but also fear of facing yourself without the role of fixer. And maybe you think not fixing means you're cold-hearted, but you're not. But here's the hidden, powerful truth I want you to take with you today. Jenny didn't fail because her marriage didn't transform. She succeeded in showing up fully, in trying everything within her power, becoming healthier herself. And her list of efforts wasn't evidence of failure. It was proof of her commitment, her growth, and her strength. You cannot fail at something that was never yours to fix alone. So what do you do with all of this? Here's how to start moving forward. Look back with pride, not shame. All those efforts mean you care deeply. Honor that. Release responsibility for the outcome you can't control. You are only responsible for your effort, not someone else's engagement. Honor your effort while accepting your limits. Loving someone doesn't mean carrying the whole relationship on your back. And yes, there's grief in that. Letting go of the lie means facing uncertainty. It means accepting that even your best efforts cannot make someone choose connection. But it also means freedom. Freedom to stop performing, to stop fixing, and to start living again. If you're in relationship survival mode too, this is part of your Feeling Stuck Start Here journey. You'll find other videos in this playlist that help you unpack what's yours to carry and what was never meant to be yours alone. But before you go, tell me in the comments, what's one thing you've tried to fix in your relationship that you are ready to stop blaming yourself for? Because your worth is not measured by your ability to change someone else. It's measured by your willingness to heal, to grow, and to choose yourself, even when it's hard.